Hello, everyone. Hi, how are you doing? I'm Howard from Travel with Howard, and I've compiled what should be quite useful for someone who is their first time in CT, Costa Teguise, or if you're returning and you haven't been for a while, or you want to know what it's like now, maybe you haven't been back since the pandemic. Um, it's just a little guide on places to go, where to stay, and how far different things are from different places, as people do often ask, like, how far is this from this beach or wherever it may be. So I'm going to be sharing the map with you and giving you some guidance. So as always, if you don't already like the Facebook page, you probably found this video through Facebook. So if you aren't already following my page, then please do. But I have some other travel tips that are more general and not related to Lanzarote on my YouTube channel as well. So please do like and subscribe if you found it useful. Now, here is the whole of the CT area. As you see, is fairly big, but most of the bars and restaurants are located in kind of this area here. So let's just zoom in on that first. Now, the all-important pharmacy, if you are ever ill, I went to this pharmacy and actually, because I speak Spanish, I'm not sure if they speak English, but I'd imagine at least one person in who's on the till there would. So that's just, hopefully you won't need, but if you do ever need. So yeah, most of the bars and restaurants are around here. Here's a few I'd recommend because it's quite good, but it's only open in the day. At the time of this video, they're not open in the evening. Maybe that will change in the future, but that's how it is for now. It's quite a nice pub slash restaurant. So also, if you want to roast dinner on Sunday, this pub is quite good. They do show different sports or football matches on the weekends. And I believe they are open in the evenings as well, although I think they do breakfast. So it's an all-day place, and price is very reasonable as well. So, and then along here, you've got, like, just off here, there are a few other places like Decades. There's also a pizza place. Let me just see if there was anything else. There's only one nightclub in CT, and that's 55 just there as well. And then on the other side of the square, by the pharmacy, you should have, oh, maybe I'm not finding it right. Yeah, maybe it's more in this area. There are a lot of bars and places around this area also. British pubs, Irish pubs, whatever you're into. Yeah, as you can see here, there are quite a few around. I think maybe more opposite Techers as well. Yeah. So there's quite a few restaurants there. This shop also sells, if you've been to the Canary Islands before, every island has them. They sell reduced price fragrances, toiletries, some other products as well. Sometimes the prices aren't that good, sometimes they're really good. So you just have to see what offers are around. Sometimes your hotel might give you a voucher for them as well. So, but let's have a look at the beaches. Everyone wants to go to the beach, right? So this is the main one here. So as you can see, very nice, right by the town. You just walk down and you get to it. So follow the sea, and it is a sandy beach as well. On the other side of, so yeah, if you're staying like Barcelona Beach, that will be actually the back entrance of Barcelona Beach does lead out onto the beach. So as the name would suggest, the main entrance is more nearer the town though on this road here. But oh, also there are some nice bars along here and shops also you can walk all along here. Like you've got bikes for hire, everything there. So if you do walk near the other side, then you do get to a little bit of beach and grasslands there. Let's have a look. yeah, you see. Um, and then if you go around, you go back into the town. So the same in the other direction, actually, if you go along the beach, and then you end up, you can go and you decide you want to go back into town, you can just turn left off of any of these roads here, as you see. And they will all go back onto that main road there, Avenida de las Canarias, the Canary Islands Avenue in English. And again, you see more shops, restaurant, shopping center, even got a laundry there as well. So in terms of accommodation, if you're staying more on this side of town, this you're still going to be pretty near, but if you want to walk over to the other side, it will take you a while. Um, so if you're at HD, Los Ocos, H10, Sirocco Sands Beach, you'll be on that side. I stayed at Costa Teguise Beach, and they obviously that was very convenient because it's near the square, the town, the beach, pretty much everything. Oh, when I find it. Um, Sorry about that. I think it seems to have got a bit lost. Oh yeah, yeah, it's there. Um, so yeah, this street here also has a lot of shops and restaurants, as I said, the pharmacies there, souvenir shops. There is a supermarket also, so if you go right next to Technicals actually, so very useful. Yeah, there's a spa. I think there are a few other supermarkets around. One thing I would be aware of, do watch out. Several times I was in the spa and someone came in and said that their wallet has been stolen. Has anyone handed it in? So it's obviously an area where there is some petty crime that does go on. So just be careful. Don't wear anything with loose pockets that people are able to, or loose zips that people are able to just dip their hands into. It seems to be that's the same in any city or tourist area really, but just be aware, as it was 2 times in the space of a week when I was in there, and that sounded like a lot. So um yeah, just watch out. Yeah, the Pueblo Marinero, that's a big square there as well. Um don't know if it's not letting me zoom. Oh yeah. So you can see there's restaurants and bars there also. In terms of time distance to walk, so that would I'd say to walk from this square here down to the beach, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. If you go that way or that way. So everything is pretty near. Actually, that's another important road because as you see here, there is a bus stop. So from here, I believe you are able to get the number 3 bus, or it might be 22. I always get mixed up between those two. But that's the stop if you're going to Arrecife. If you're getting the bus to the airport, you'll need to change in Arrecife into Cambiador de Guagua. Guagua just means bus in the Spanish, in Lanzarote. So there is a change. There isn't a direct bus to or from the airport. If you're getting the bus from Arrecife, which is actually nice if you like shopping or you just want to visit for a day, the Arrecife is the airport you're flying into. So yeah, if you get the bus from there, you'll arrive on the other side of the road, the pharmacy side. So and the bus is normally pretty fast to get to Arrecife. Just be aware they only accept cash on board, and the maximum note is €10. So just be a bit prepared. There are some ATMs along the street, but all the ones I saw charged. I don't know about any ATMs that don't charge. If you want tips on things like Revolut or other ways to avoid fees, then see my page or my other videos on that. But the supermarket, I definitely remember, did accept Visa, MasterCard, American Express, whatever you have. But the smaller businesses either wouldn't, or say you have to spend €5 or €10. So that's something to be aware of as well. So if you're staying more on this side, so Blue Sea, Vital Class is another popular one, Blue Bay, you'll still be in the CT, but just on the other side of it. So you can still walk into town this way along the main road. I stayed around here in El Habilo. That's the aqua park there, so a bit further out. But yeah, this main road here does link it all. So if you're in the Radisson Blue as well, it's a bit of a further walk to go into town, but it's still nice and by the beach. There's some other smaller beaches here, like how I used to go to Caletas, this beach here. Oh, where's it gone? Yeah. There's some other smaller beaches and the port along here as well. That's quite nice at night to have a look at the boats coming in. And then but if you do walk further the other direction, you will get to Arrecife. So it is possible to walk, but it would take you quite a while to walk into Arrecife. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd recommend a bus or taxi. There's taxis everywhere, again, along that main road I showed you before. Um, there'll normally be some taxis outside the hotels, like outside Barcelona Teguise Beach. I know they had some around here, around this road also. There's normally some around. You won't normally have any problem getting a taxi there. So I'm going to zoom out here to see the whole town. So again, depending on which side you're staying at, will be like if you're around here, it'll be nearer to Arrecife and the airport, but over here is a little bit further out. So something that you might want to think around. The aqua park also, I believe, is a bit further out. I'd recommend you get a tour that does hotel pick up in the morning or get a taxi there. And there are a few other supermarkets around, like the Eurospar, Hyperdino, I think they say in Spanish. And yeah, you can see in relation to, so that's Arrecife town, then just slightly further out is the airport. You will see it here. So Playa Honda is also a nice beach that I like to visit as well. It's good because you're able to watch the planes arrive. So as you see, driving would only take around 10 minutes from the airport, but if you are using public transport, you'll need to go to Arrecife. Actually, I'll show you here where is the bus stop that you change at. Yeah. Let's see if it lets me go into Street View and see it view. Yeah, so this is one of the two bus stations in Arrecife. There is another one I forgot the name of, but this is the one where if you're transferring from the airport to Costa Teguise that you'll need. So when I'm there, I haven't found any staff there. If you're not sure what bus to get on, it's best to ask the bus driver, and they'll normally be able to tell you. So yeah, you can see the signs. They all stop on this side of the road, regardless of where they're coming from. So that will be the other direction to Puerto del Carmen, or I believe the airport as well. This one here, I don't know if it will let me see. You can see it does say Costa Teguise there. So that's the one. So when you arrive at this bus station, go to this bus stop and just tell the driver obviously it depends where you're staying, where you want to get out, what your nearest stop is. I'd recommend trying to see on Google Maps before you leave, just in case you don't have phone signal or roaming. Sometimes when you're roaming for the first time, if you haven't been abroad in a while, it takes a while for your phone to get the signal. Or you might not have, I don't believe there was Wi-Fi at this bus stop, actually. Like it says information there, but I wasn't able to find anyone to talk to. So they do have screens there also that tells you when the next bus is arriving, the number and destination of the bus also. So in that sense, it's pretty simple. As we see, it's quite a nice sunny day when they took this photo. So yeah, it is a bit in the middle of nowhere with that building just there. That's where you'll arrive. I'll show you the other side. Yeah, so the bus will go down this road, you get it here. And then within around 10 minutes, you'll be over in Arrecife. So if you're staying at the more, let's see. Yeah. So if you're staying more this side, Calitas, you'll get off, or Radisson Blue, you'll get off earlier. If you're staying at Barcelona Lanzarote Active, there is actually a bus stop right outside your hotel. So you won't miss it. If you're going to somewhere nearer in town, nearer the square or the other side, just stay on the bus and until you get a few stops nearer. And then you might have to just walk the rest of the way. If I can show you this, it should say the bus stops that go along here. I'm not sure though. I know there was at Lanzarote active. Do you remember that Spain is the driving on the right rather than driving on the left? So just remember that in terms of direction, where you're going, where the bus will go. As I have been called out before, I've been at the right bus, but on the wrong direction. As I was standing on the wrong side of the road. So that's something to be. Oh yeah, this road here, you can see it goes down there. So let me see. Yeah, Ida, if you're wondering in Spanish, just means go, like towards town, I'm guessing. And then yeah, so this, yeah, it was number three. I was right. Um, so if you're on, yeah, this side will be this going this way towards Arrecife. If you want to go into town, even if you're just staying at Lanzarote Active and don't want to walk or get a taxi, then get the bus, but just be on this side of the road. So you should see this when you're sitting at the bus stop, and it'll go down here. Yeah, and there's the next one there. So if you're staying in Blue Sea, and then it should go back to where I showed you before. I think oh yeah, yeah. So if you're staying Blue Bay, then get off at that one. I think then it'll go right and then into town. Yeah, and then the next one is here at the Pueblo Marinero. Again, it says Ida because I suppose that on that side of the road. Hang yeah. Yeah, on this side of the road, it would be going towards Arrecife, which is the capital of Lanzarote. So yeah, Vuelta just means return. So that would be the one where you get off if you're coming from the airport. It sounds really silly, but just be aware. So I have been caught out when you're, especially if you haven't been to Europe for a while, and it's like seeing everyone driving on the other side. I don't know where. Oh, it does go all the way to H10. I didn't actually, and Los Ocos. Okay, I didn't actually know that, but that's useful. Or if you're staying in Sands Beach, I'd assume that's the last stop. Then it probably goes back around again, which is why they say Ida Vuelta. In terms of timetables, obviously it depends what route. You need to check the timetable for the number three. I think in the week or on Saturdays is every 20 minutes, but I might be wrong. So it's best to check the bus stop on Google Maps, ask your hotel. There are a few other transport apps you can use, but in terms of at night, I know the buses don't run at night. I'm not sure when the last one is as well. So if you're out at night or maybe have a flight that's arriving late, then you should check whether the buses are still running. Obviously, with Spain being a Christian Catholic country, not everything runs on Sunday, so the buses will be less often, I think, on a Sunday. Although shops are mostly open, I believe, on Sundays in CT. Some might not be, but shops, bars, restaurants will be open. So I really hope you found that useful video, that video useful of places where to stay, where everything is, the beaches. Well, I do also have a Lanzarote restaurant guide as well. If you want to have a look at that, I'll put it down below in the comments. And if you made it to the end of the video, then thanks so much. And I hope you have a good time in Lanzarote.